Hey everyone, I got back from work early today, and oh my gosh, there's so much news. There's like there's like three big pieces of news that came out in between yesterday and today. And I got lucky. I got out of work, so I'm just gonna kind of ad-lib this. This was not the video I was expecting to release today, but whatever. I'm gonna talk about it because I kind of still feel bad about missing all the talking about all the news that happened back in January, but I was traveling everywhere for work. So, now that I'm back, I want to talk about stuff when they happen so I can give off my first impressions. So this video is gonna be about the dev blog or the dev video that came out today, where they were kind of explaining everything they wanted to do in season 10, all the changes they're doing to the battle pass, the skins, the maps, all that type of stuff. And I gotta say, man, not only is Blizzard ever since season 9 doing good things, like they're clearly fixing a lot of the problems the entire community had. They're fixing those things, but at the same time, I'm giving them credit. But at the same time, I want to give the Overwatch community some credit, because when the things we are complaining about get fixed, we forgive them. Right? Like everywhere, it's just positive, right? I think this is actually a pretty good community. Kind of like I'm into One Piece, right? And I think the One Piece community is probably the best anime manga community out there. I think the Overwatch community is also pretty good, right? Because we're recognizing that they're changing these things, and then everybody's just like, this is good. And we're so willing to forgive them for a lot of the very stupid things they've done in the past that I think, I don't know, a round of applause to everybody, right? You guys, me, Blizzard, all this type of stuff. Now, I will make a video on, there was some news that came out about, was it like a leaker or somebody talking about the process that he went through doing the PvE thing. So I will talk about that. And, since I came home from work early today, so I could probably do 2 videos today. But yeah, man, I'm very happy to see the way things are going. So with that, let's start going into what they kind of talked about in the video. So right off the bat in the video, what they said was that all the new characters are going to be free. And this is great. This is good. You guys, if you've been listening to my videos, all my homies, all my homies don't pay for anything in this game. They don't they really hate the monetization of the game, and it's essentially just a protest vote against Overwatch. And these are people that have been playing Overwatch, all of Overwatch, Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, since Xbox, right? We started on Xbox, and then we migrated to PC because PC was better. But yeah. This is a very good change. I know my best friend, he still doesn't even have like Ramatra, right? he's so mad about the evil practices of Blizzard when they had Bobby Kotick, which will be another segment in this video. That he just didn't buy any new characters. He doesn't have any new characters, and even though when they put in the the method to get the characters without paying for it, he was just so mad. He was just like, no, and that's the vast majority of my friends, right? Even the battle pass. I think I have a few friends who got the battle pass when the Mythic skin was their favorite character, and they just kind of wanted the Mythic skin. Wait, but I don't even know do you need to pay for the battle pass to get the Mythic skin? I don't know. I think if you just play, you get it. But either way, maybe they did it for the extra experience. But this is good. Not only is this good, I think this is a result from Mauga. Like when Mauga was released, again, I say this because it was like the best example of how monetization could break a game. That video of the guy who leaves his competitive game to buy Mauga and then goes back into the game because the person he's fighting is playing Mauga. I think that was the fire under Blizzard. That was like, okay guys, we can't do this anymore. And in my last video, one of the things that I said was, because of how bad the rollout for Mauga had been, Mauga is like the worst rollout of a new character probably in the history of Overwatch. Now, you could probably say there's Mauga, There's Soul Weaver. I keep saying Soul Weaver. There's Life Weaver. There's Mauga and there's Life Weaver. And I think Ramatra, when he first came out, he was also very weak, but it didn't piss everybody off the way that it did Mauga. And even Life Weaver was really weak. So it looks like it's better to release a character that is underpowered than overpowered. If you get it wrong. If you get it right, it's better to release a character that is overpowered than underpowered, because it's kind of new, it's exciting. But what we saw with Mauga, it was you essentially piss off the player base to the point where they actually personally do not like that character, right? And nobody hates Ramatra, because when he came out, he was very weak, and then they buffed him and he was too strong. But then came back. As long as they're coming out weak, I think people are more willing to forgive it. But people like me, I hate Mauga. I don't care if he ever gets balanced. He ruined the game for me in a way that I just will not forgive. Okay, so there's that. And even Life Weaver is very powerful now, but when he came out, he was so weak that I was like, I don't really care. So it's easier to kind of forgive that than the other way around. Anyways, it's through Mauga that I think they probably got the message that you can't be locking heroes behind a paywall or behind a battle pass. They said that they did not want to do the whole one of the reasons that they went to 5v5 with the tanks was because they say it'll be easier to balance so that you can play whatever you want, which ended up being a lie. And part of the reasoning for that was because they knew that they were going to be hiding characters, well, let's say limiting characters behind the battle pass. So if you didn't have a character, you would be like at a severe disadvantage, specifically if it was a tank. So yeah, we went through several seasons, and it looked like everything they said was wrong, and it's kind of spiraled out of control. So now having all the characters available is a very good thing for the game, for trust in them, and even looking at the trajectory that they've been making for over the last I guess few weeks, because season 9 is when everything is getting better. It's good. This is really good, and they're finally getting it together. Now, the next thing they spoke about was the Mythic skin shop. Now, this is good. I agree, this is good for people to be able to get the Mythic skin, right? I'm still kind of upset that I've missed out on a lot of Overwatch League skins. And I'm still very, very upset that I missed out on the breast cancer Mercy skin. But, it's neither here nor there. But my fear for the Mythic skin shop, from what we've seen, it looks like you'll just be able to kind of go into the shop and just buy it with like actual money, as opposed to kind of working towards something to get it, right? I think the method of working towards something to get it is how it should be kept, right? Because they're mythic, they're supposed to be very hard to get, and I'm afraid they're going to be losing the value of exactly what a mythic skin is. Now, half the mythic skins suck. so give and take here and there, right? You have a few skins that are better than mythic skins. Off the top of my head, the Reinhardt devil skin, whatever it's called, like the Overlord skin for Reinhardt, is better than the mythic skin of that season. I think it was Tracer. And what do you call the other one? The legendary skin for Ramatra, when he is, I think he's Poseidon or something, is head, shoulders, knees, and toes better than Junker Queen skin, which is a mythic skin. So, you have that here and there. So the quality isn't there enough for me to be that mad at it. But I do think that they need to keep mythic skins mythical. But we'll see, because the way they were describing it in the video, look, it sounded like you would have to actually do stuff to get the skin. But again, looking at the actual video, it looks like you just have to kind of dump money into there. Now, what I would have preferred, right, in the other video that I made, was that when you complete a battle pass, or you go to level 80, you get the option to choose any of the skins that were previously available. I think that would have been the best way to do it. And then let's say for every 80 levels you gain, you get to choose another mythic skin, right? Because 80 levels is no simple feat, right? Unless you're like in high school and you can just kind of play forever. I would like to interrupt this video to ask you to like and subscribe. If you made it this far in the video, chances are you kind of like what I'm talking about. So, help me out, guys. And even if they had limited it to, let's say you could only get a maximum of 2 mythic skins per season, I think that would have been good, right? The former would kind of not allow you to get everything all at the same time, which would make them even more rare. But I'm for people, getting these really rare skins. So if you put in the work, you should get a reward for it. So we'll see how it goes. It does kind of still feel a little bit kind of like Blizzard being greedy for money, but they're fixing so many other things that, this is fine. They need to make their money, right? Or else it's going to end up like Overwatch 1, where they just don't get any more support, right? I think from my understanding, like they weren't making that much money off of it anymore, so they're just like, all right, let's make up a game and go to Overwatch 2. So yeah. And the next thing they spoke about was the updated maps. This is cool. I love new maps. I don't like the new modes. I hate the last new mode. What is it? Where it's like King of the Hill, but you have to do like 3. You have to win 3 in a row. That shit sucks. I very much dislike that mode, but I disliked push for the longest time until I got used to it. So maybe it's just kind of a time thing. Maybe it's just a whole, some people just don't like new things, and maybe that's what's affecting me right now. But yeah, I'm for new maps. I'm for new modes. I like that when they said they're going to be reworking maps, they specifically showed Nubani. Guys, I hate Nubani. I hate Nubani. Like, I hate playing that map. And this is coming from somebody who loves playing Orisa and Doomfist, and this is essentially their map. I hate these maps. They are boring. They're weird. The second point, you never win on defense on that point. For the second half, the second third of that map. So no, I hate that map. I really hope they change it in a profound way, and I actually hope it goes the way of Paris. I dislike Nubani more than I disliked Paris, and I really disliked Paris. so that tells you something over there. So yeah, they also kind of showed a new map called Runasapi in Peru. And I'm very much looking forward to this map for a few reasons. What's her name? Iari is my main support character. If I play support, she's the person I generally go to. Other than her, I do play Kiriko, but she's my second. But Iari is definitely my number one pick. And there's reasons for that, right? Because my wife is from Peru, and I've been to Peru, and it's I'm very interested to seeing what they do to it. And if you guys have never been to Peru, it's a gorgeous place. It's not what I was expecting. When I went to Peru, I was expecting to see like llamas like everywhere. It was not the case. But all my in-laws are there, and yeah. So it's I played Doomfist for his background, and I play Ilaria for her background. It's just like my wife, and Doomfist is just like me. So there you go. And they have a new, I kind of touched on it earlier, they have a new play mode that they're going to be bringing out on Season 10, they said, which is the Clash mode. We'll see how it goes. Again, I haven't really been a fan of the new play styles that they've been doing, but I think this is supposed to replace the 2 CP that they got rid of. So we'll see on that. And again, maybe I'm stupid. I don't think 2 CP was ever that bad. And I also think that all the best maps we've had, like visually, were on 2 CP. So Nubani and whatever the Japanese one is, Hanzo's map with the cherry blossoms everywhere. So we did miss those. Even Xario's map, I do miss those. And maybe it's because I don't remember how bad it was, but in my head, I do miss that. So we'll see how it goes. Again, normally I would be very pessimistic, but the way Blizzard has been going over the last 3 weeks, This is how fast we're forgiving these guys. Like, it hasn't been that long, but we're forgiving them like already. But over the past few weeks, the way they've been doing things, you know, I'm gonna let them do their thing, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, and I said I was gonna speak about Bobby Kotick a little bit, but there's not much to say. It looks like everything's getting better now that he's gone, and it might be a mix of him being gone and Microsoft buying Blizzard, so that they don't need to do horrible things to get money anymore. And me, as somebody who likes competition, I don't really like the big companies purchasing all these small companies, but it seems like it's better, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's the video, short and sweet. You know, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know where you think I'm wrong, where you think I'm right, or if you just want to help me in the algorithm. And don't forget to like and subscribe, but most importantly, don't forget, I love you. And you know, tradition now, I wrote a high fantasy adventure novel, so if you guys are interested in that, here's the ad. Konfaga, Roots of a Very Old Tree, a high fantasy young adult book with a modern take on African mythology. After a mysterious confrontation with his father at school, Marcus Jobda finds himself in the land of Kara. With a small band of determined adventurers and a robust magic system he must quickly learn, Marcus begins his search for his family, a way home, and simultaneously tries to discover the mystery of the disappearances. From escaping Mamiwara and preventing wars between kingdoms, he'll need every edge his wits can give him to see the next day. However, the more he learns, the less things appear as they seem. But does he really want to go back to his old life? With hundreds of illustrations filled with clues of the history of the world, join Marcus as he attempts to solve this mystery. Konfaga, Roots of a Very Old Tree is available now on Amazon. Link in the description.